So Nancy Pelosi has announced that she's going to run for re-election. She did this yesterday via a nice, long, robust video about who she is and what she cares about and why you should vote for her. Again, let's go. Let's watch that.
When people ask me what are the three most important issues facing the Congress, I always say the same thing: our children, our children, our children. Their health, their education, the housing and economic security of their families, a clean, safe environment in which they can thrive, and a world at peace and where they are all welcome and in which they can reach their fulfillment. That is my why I am in Congress, for the children. This is my story and this is my song. As you hear me say, when you're in the arena, you have to be able to take a punch or throw a punch for the children.
I'm confused about the energy here. I'm just okay. So she's for the children. I was really close to doing an impression, but I'm probably really bad at it. So she's for the children, very calmly and politely, for the children. And there's a weird half smile. We gotta fight. That's what I'm here for. Back to the children. It's really weird. I'm trying to find the energy and also the communication factor here. Who are you trying to communicate with? Who are you trying to convince that they should vote for you? The people who already support you? They've got you already. You got to try and convince people who have seen the way you've approached things like the insider trading that's going on in DC politics amongst nearly everyone in Congress. You have to see the people who point out how you're a little bit out of touch with how people are, or how you've rejected many of the progressive folks within the caucuses and the groups. How you've avoided all of this is who you should be trying to convince. Is this really? I know, and I hear you. It was a 3-minute long ad. It was a 3-minute long pitch. But really, what's the energy here? I have an idea. There's more energy from this guy named Chuck Schumer. This is more fighting from the top of the Democratic Party. Watch.
They will do and say anything they can to try and steal power. And I've had enough of it. Democrats are fighting back as hard as we can to protect the right to vote, but we need you in this fight. I'm personally asking you to sign the petition to protect voting rights and stand up against this despicable attack on our democracy. Please add your name on this petition before the deadline closes. We must protect the right to vote.
Man, there's a fire in my belly. Hey, you guys, the show's over. I'm gonna go sign this petition because Chuck Schumer just lit me on fire. I can't wait to sign this petition. He's the most exciting politician I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, where's this guy been hiding? Are you inspired, Ray? You're a little younger than me. Maybe because it's the slow pace. My inner old man should go ahead and just accept this. What do you feel?
I feel, okay, you asked what the energy is here. It's weird. The energy is weird. The vibes are all the way off. Nancy Pelosi is like semi-sentient there, like just coming in and out of consciousness, talking about fighting children or something. I don't know. There's no like punch there. There's no like real call to action, and she posted this video with the caption that we need to organize. Like, when we're down, we don't like give up, we organize. You've never organized anything in your life. Maybe your fridge full of Jenny's ice cream, but like beyond that, you win because you have money. You don't need to organize the voters in your district. You win because you have the most money and you've been there, longer than I've been alive, right?
That's what she's saying. That's the organization. That's the political talk for organization. I've organized money because that's the way it's driven. Again, money in politics is the driver for all of this. If you have complaints about anything from politics, if you're a conservative right now who's very upset about what the Democrats are doing, or you're beginning to realize what Republicans are doing, it's the money. That's the basis for all of these problems. Now, back to the money, Chuck Schumer is organizing. He said, please sign this petition because the Republicans won't listen until we sign a petition. Hey, Republicans want to take away voting rights until you sign a petition. The Republicans hate you, but if you sign this petition, they'll go, oh, sorry guys, they got us. Guess we're gonna have to do something different. Chuck Schumer, who is the head of the Senate Democrats, needs you to sign a petition before he can convince Republicans to do something right, or before he can get on air and talk about how much they're blocking everything. What is it about signing a petition that's gonna help Chuck Schumer? Chuck Schumer's in office. Chuck Schumer is the leader of the Democrats in the Senate. He needs you to sign a petition. You know why he needs you to sign a petition? Let's go to this next graphic here. He needs you to sign a petition because after you sign it, they're gonna ask you to give them some money. Remember I said it goes back to money? The petition equals money. The petition does not equal, hey, let's change people's minds. Hey, let's show other members of Congress that the American people want this from this petition. We need you to sign this petition and give us some more cash so we can get back in office and ask you again.
Yeah, it's really like your donation is going towards the Democrats to remain in office and be as feckless and impotent as they always have been, and not pass voting rights again, and not pass infrastructure again, and give no one a reason to vote. It is just so pathetic. And I mean, the Democratic Party is literally run by losers. Like the people at the head of the DNC are people who lost elections, telling the voters that we need to trust their knowledge on how to run campaigns and appeal to the voters, and sign this petition, and that's how you'll get more people to vote for you and support your party moving forward. Oh, but wait, that's not even a real petition. It's just a fraud to give us more money so we can continue to suck.
You know what? I've never done a GoFundMe. We're short on time really fast, but I've never done a GoFundMe, but if you have a GoFundMe and you say, hey, I need $10,000 for this super surgery and I can't afford it, you guys please help me. I would love for my community to help out. You get $12,000 and then you go spend the $12,000 on a new car, not a new car, at least a down payment, I guess, on a car. And then isn't it probably the solution for the GoFundMe people, maybe the people who donated to you, to go, wait a second, what about that surgery? So when politicians ask you for money and then say, here, thank you, I've raised all this money, now thank you for getting me back in office. You haven't spent the money on what you said you were gonna spend it on, which is doing something for the people who've given you the money to get you back in office. If GoFundMe can have policies around it, which I hope they do, maybe we should start having policies around that too.